Here's how Jamaica's Brianna Lyston shattered the 200-meter Class 1 girls record and crushed everyone at the subsequent games. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Now go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we can continue to grow. When you do that, go ahead and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We drop a video at least once a day here on Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit that like button. And finally, leave your comments. Let me know your thoughts after you watch this video when we tell you how we know that Brianna Lyston was able to break the existing, I think, the 18-year-old Class 1 200-meter record, and at the subsequent games devastate the entire field. When you're ready? Yep, good to go. Over the course of this video, we're going to walk you through the 4 things that Brianna Lyston needed to do to achieve what she has achieved thus far in the 2022 season, and there's a whole lot more to come. First up, she needed to physically heal from injury. At age 12, we saw her run a phenomenal world-leading time of 23.47 seconds, and I still believe this may be one of the top 5 fastest, if not the top 2 or 3 fastest times ever run by a 12-year-old over, or a Class 4 over 200 meters. Watch. Of course, after this phenomenal run, she struggled with injury. And injury, people, takes a while to heal, particularly in someone at that young an age. Injury, of course, leads to number 2, the other part, let us say, the twin of injury, the other side of the coin, and that's the psychological impact that this injury can have. What I mean to say is, and I've discussed this on several occasions, if an athlete is injured several times or severely, they begin to doubt themselves and they begin to doubt whether or not they will ever heal. This can have a profound psychological impact, and as you know, if the mind is not straight, nothing else works. Clearly, when we saw her run the heats at the World Athletics Under 20 Championships in Nairobi, Kenya in 2021, we knew immediately that she was beginning to psychologically heal. In other words, she was beginning to believe that she was a champion. Putting a then PB of 23.18 in the heats must have boosted her confidence and must have said that my injuries are truly a thing of the past. It was a sight to behold. Over the course of the 2022 season, we first saw her running 100 meters. Clearly, they were working on number 3, building her speed. And in building her speed, also building her confidence. Now, because she seemingly was an injury-prone athlete, her coaches were very, very tactical in terms of where and when they allowed her to run, how much they asked her to push herself. Now, I believe the first time we actually saw her push herself was in the finals of the Carifta trials in the 200 meters. Of course, tactfully, her coaches insisted that she did not match up against Tina or Tia Clayton at the time. Remember, psychologically, she had to start believing. When she ran this amazing time of 22.66, she knew she was back. Watch her set a new PB of 22.66, dropping from 23.18, which she had achieved in the heats at the World Athletics Under 20 Championships in 2021. Her celebration of this moment says it all. Now, understand, people, imagine psychologically at age 12, you know you ran that time. You know what you're capable of. But your body simply refuses to help you. It's just working against you. Plagued with injury, self-doubt, wondering. So then you go to Nairobi, Kenya, and you manage to set down a PB of 23.18. Now you don't make it, we make it through to the finals. You're disqualified because I think she ran on the line. But that must have said to her, wow, I ran 23.18. Then after this very, very careful and selective preparation by your team and your coaches, you go to the Carifta trials and you run 22.66. That's almost a second off your original PB in 1 year. Now, people, some of you don't understand. That's like me running 9.58, which is an impossibility over the 100 meters. It's a huge jump, and it must have boosted her self-confidence. But then we saw that all that work regarding her speed in that first 100 meters had paid off when we saw the Central Champs beat Tia Clayton and ran a phenomenal personal best of 11.14 seconds, shutting down 10 meters out and making it look easy. That flash of her finger, again, was another important psychological factor. She had beaten Clayton and she had ran a personal best over the 100 meters. And at the time, and still the fastest time by someone in class one girl this year of 11.14. Watch her do this. This 11.14 time was extremely important, but what was also just as important was that she beat a Clayton. She beat a Clayton twin. Tia Clayton, but still a Clayton. You have to understand, people, that I can't imagine what it's like to be a class 1 girl in Jamaica at this point, and you're told that you're going to be running against Tina or Tia Clayton over 100 and 200 meters. That is daunting. She not only beat Tia Clayton, but did it easily and convincingly, running a world lead and the fastest time out of Jamaica thus far this year for a class 1 girl, and eased up at the line. So then she moves on to champs, right? Where in the 200 meters, after being beaten by Tina Clayton over the 100, she runs a phenomenal record-breaking time of 22.53, shattering the class 1 girl 200 meter record. A phenomenal achievement. She then goes on to the Carifta Games and absolutely devastates the field over 200 meters, as well as run a phenomenal third leg in that world record breaking 4x100 meters. She crushes the field over the 200 meters in the heats, semis, and in the final. It is really no contest. It's almost an embarrassing thing to watch. Phenomenal. So how do I think she did this? I told you. 1, she physically healed from years of injury. Big up to her coaches, her physio, her doctors, etc. 2, she psychologically started to believe in herself and realized that the injuries were behind her. 3, she worked on 100 meter speed, that first 60, 80 meters, and naturally was just phenomenal at it. 4, she beat a Clayton. That was a huge deal, and at the time also, and still ran the fastest 100 meter by a class 1 girl globally this year of 11.14. The combination of all factors unlocked leveled her up to the phenomenal talent that we all saw at age 12. This is how she was able to do these phenomenal things. And let me say this to you clearly. There's a whole lot more left to come. Whole lot more. You're going to see this girl run a sub 11 this year. It's highly possible. If not, she's going to go much closer to that 11 seconds. It's going to happen. You're going to see her get closer and closer to that 22 seconds over a 200 meters. I'm not going to say she's going to go sub 22 this year. It's unlikely. But the way she's running and improving, it's not impossible. You see, people, if you heal physically, you heal mentally. Your technique is right, if not perfect. And you already had that raw strength. And then finally, you believe, as was it Morbus? Is it Morbus? Who said he's beginning to believe? Well, she began to believe. So that's why we believe in her. Congratulations to this remarkable talent, Brianna Lyston. Hope you all enjoyed this video. And it's a little different. Let me know if you like this format. You are kings. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so we can continue to grow here. The goal now is 20,000 subs. We'll get it with your assistance. When you do that, go and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We drop a video at least once a day here on Peter.World. Also, if you enjoyed the content, please hit that like button and finally leave your thoughts. Do you think I'm right? Do you think anything I said made any sense, or am I just blowing smoke? I really believe that those are the 4 things that were needed. You are kings and queens. Your greatness personified. Bless up!